Botox has become such an epidemic. Some of the most beautiful women, beautiful with that I mean defined by society, defined by advertisements, right? Some of the most beautiful women, some of the most handsome men, some of the most successful people are indulging in these procedures. So we know that the issues are not cosmetic, the issues are emotional. It's all got to do with self-esteem. Now the problem is that whether it's Botox or fillers or plastic surgery or any of these procedures, they actually weaken your self-esteem because it's all about addiction. You get addicted to them. But they also affect you emotionally. Now Harvard did a study that our bodies govern our minds as well. It's not just the other way around. So they took a group of people and asked them to indulge in happy, positive body language postures. You know, hands akimbo, smiling bright, high-fi. And they observed that the testosterone, which is an optimistic hormone, immediately shot up. And the stress hormone, which is cortisol, immediately came down. Now, the same people were asked to indulge in a negative or a sad body language posture. So stiff, expressionless faces, closing in, heads hanging low. And this time the testosterone dipped and the stress hormone shot up. How so? Well, because each expression sends out an impulse to the brain. The brain then produces matching and corresponding chemicals, which then spread into our body, and we feel those emotions and express it. So what does Botox do? It basically paralyzes your expressions. Hence, you could also be paralyzing the impulses being sent to the brain. Now, experts have said that if you dampen your wrinkles, you will definitely dampen your emotions. And what do your emotions affect? Your relations, your relationships. Mirroring each other's emotions is such a vital aspect of our life. It's just like a baby smiling. I must smile back, and the baby will smile brighter and wider when he or she sees my genuine smile. In the same way, when someone is in pain, it is imperative that I show my empathy, I show my support. How am I to do that with a stiff, expressionless face or a Botox face which is perpetually surprised? Expert psychologists have said that by reducing these frown lines, we could be reducing our powers of analytical thinking. By reducing these wrinkles around our eyes, we could be reducing our balanced perspective about other people. By reducing these lines below our cheeks or our laugh lines, we could be reducing our motivation to stay positive, to stay happy, to stay optimistic in times of difficulties, especially when most needed. So as science proves, it's a fact. By tightening up our face, we could be tightening our emotions as well. And what is life without emotions? Because emotions are the basis of any relationship. I also feel that the way we look is the least interesting quality about ourselves, because it's also a quality that we get quickly immune to. For the first few days, you're very gorgeous. For the first few days, you're very handsome. But after that, well, it's all about your mind, your personality, how wisely you show up in times of distress, how patient you are, how empathetic you are, how understanding you are, how loving you are, how sensitive you are, how emotional you are. So how are we going to make a change? Well, I feel all the people who go in for these procedures are desperate to be told that they are perfect the way they are. So let's go out there and tell everybody, hey, you're perfect the way you are. I love your face the way it is. And I think these issues start from our childhood. And that's why some people are very happy with the aging process and some people are not. So while we tell our friends that, hey, you're perfect the way you are, let's also start with our children that you are perfect the way you are. I mean it. You are perfect the way you are.